Hey everybody, it's Harmond Williams, cousin of Harland Williams, and I'm doing this podcast. I had to start doing it on my own because Harland doesn't want to do them anymore. I think he's being overshadowed by me, and he doesn't want to talk about it. So I had to find my partner in crime on Craigslist. I had to find someone to be my sidekick, and well, that's leads us to talking to my sidekick. Hey, how you doing, Two Crows?
Hey, what's up, Harmon? Very nice to meet you. Very nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to stop doing the podcast with my cousin, but he's kind of got irritated with me. I think he doesn't want to talk to me anymore or whatever. But I'm just here. I am. I'm with Two Crows. How's it going, Two Crows?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Um,
Did we already cover that?
I think so, but that's okay. That's totally okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm excited to see what I can do for the podcast. See if I can be
yeah,
some kind of co-host.
yeah. I hope that you do. I mean, it seems like it's going pretty good so far. It's kind of a sad thing that my cousin isn't doing it, but you seem pretty chipper and ready to go. So let's get started, shall we?
I'm down. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
How's it going?
I'm good. I've been just hanging out, doing not much. What about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. I had some peaches earlier, and just going to kind of get into this podcast. I kind of, kind of, kind of thought to myself, I don't know what I'm gonna do on this. I haven't really prepared, other than I have some airplane jokes. I hate it when you got your arm outside of the armrest on the aisle and they run you over with the cart as a metal cart. I'm surprised it doesn't chop your arm right off. And then they say, "Oh, watch out! Here comes the cart." After they already hit your arm and almost taken it off. I would assume. I'm not a surgeon, but it's a pretty sharp cart.
I didn't
Those.
know.
I don't know what the hell you're laughing at, but you ever get in one of those airplanes and they got the cart, and they run you over with it? Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know the carts were so sharp.
Well, I mean, they're not that sharp. They look pretty good, I guess. That one. Yeah, they're pretty sharp for a cart. You don't expect a cart to have razor blades on it, but this one felt like it did. I almost dislocated and they just play it off. They say, "Oh, we're just trying to deliver some of these beverages," but a lot of people suffer from that, and nobody talks about it. But yeah, yeah,
It's kind of a seems like it's kind of a big issue people aren't touching on in America.
yeah. And it's like, who wants honey roasted peanuts anymore? I mean, my God, it's like I take enough sugar in without that. I'm trying to cut back the sugar. Then they
Good.
give you honey, and the only way to get the honey off of the peanuts is to suck on the peanuts, and then what's the point of it? You've already taken in the honey.
Can you maybe you can give them back when you're done?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know. So what's your story? You're on we met on Craigslist. I thought of a was it a miscommunication or missed opportunity, lost romance or whatever? I saw you because I originally saw you at Trader Joe's looking at the arugula. And I didn't say anything, but then of course I needed a co-host or a sidekick, as they used to call them, sidekicks.
Hmm.
Not psychics, but sidekicks. Yeah.
Well,
What happened? What did we lose the internet? What happened? You had something to say, and then what happened?
no, no, nothing. I mean, yeah, we met at Trader Joe's. I thought you were kind of silly looking. You thought I could be a
Well,
co-host.
we met. If we want to be scientific about it, we met at Craigslist. But I saw you in Trader Joe's, and then I recognized your Craigslist pic that you were posting
Oh,
with you and the jelly on your stomach. You
Got you.
remember that? Remember you posting pictures with I think it was strawberry jelly on your stomach or something? I thought
Yeah.
those were great photos. Who
Those,
took those?
I actually took them myself. I set up the jelly and the camera by myself, and it's kind of a little hobby I do.
What's it take to set up jelly? What are you talking about? You just set it up, you just leave it right up and take the jar off. What do you mean set up jelly? I don't know what you're
I feel like, there's a certain placement you have to put it to look good. You can't just drop jelly on your shirt and take a picture. It has to have some kind of artfulness to it.
Yeah. Well, you weren't dropping it on your shirt. You were dropping well, your shirt was on, it was askew, but anyway, you must have a real wild life to be taking photographs like that. Now, I drive for gift. It's like Lyft, but we drop off a gift. And last week I dropped off some marmalade fudge, fucking skunk, fucking platter crackers and shit like that. It's
Skunk fudge?
skunk fudge. You ever had skunk
Fudge.
fudge?
I don't
Oh
think
yeah, it's savage. Yeah,
what
yeah.
is it?
Well, it's a fudge. It smells like skunk, and some people think it is skunk, but that's hard to tell when they put those labels on. They write whatever ingredients they want. So I saw pepper jack cheese as one of the ingredients, so I thought, oh, that sounds pretty good. I love pepper jack cheese, especially in a quesadilla, but in chocolate, it kind of translates into another flavor, which is kind of a skunky flavor. Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. Do you have
yeah,
any like, what's the craziest thing you've had to deliver through there?
yeah. Let's just switch the interview. You interview me. This is good. Uh, no, that's all right. I don't mind that. I like your laugh. And why do they call you Two Crows? Are you what are you French or something?
I'm partially French. Yeah. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm partially Native American. My dad's Native American, and they
yeah,
decided for some ungodly reason to name me that.
yeah.
Mm.
And how do you think that life was different from you growing up being part Native American Indian? Was it how did that work? I mean, did you notice any difference, or I guess you wouldn't have noticed any? Your life is what it is, and you don't notice anything. But I mean, I mean, I don't want to ask. If I ask questions, it'll sound almost like I'm coming at you. But did you have a teepee or what?
Funnily enough, we had a teepee in the backyard. Absolutely. Mm. I've
No, I
had
mean,
sleepovers and stuff out there.
what about TP? That means toilet paper. But you guys, was that appropriated or something? I mean, because it's you're saying TP is like TP, you get in a TP, but then a
Right.
TP is something that you use to kind of kind of rub out your undercarriage and your I don't want to say glory hole because it's not a glory hole, but there's glory to it.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true. I mean, yeah, we use toilet paper for sure.
yeah.
Mm.
What other questions do you have for me?
You look really familiar. You look and sound super familiar.
Yeah, we talked about you, but we were talking about it. I'm Harland Williams' cousin. I'm Harmond Williams. I'm less
Mm,
successful, but I have less pressure on me. I just don't have to worry about too. Like I said, I had some peaches, and
right.
there was nothing to worry about. I just ate them. It wasn't like I had a million things on my mind. Like Harland's got a lot of showbiz in his mind, and I don't have to worry about that. All I've got to worry about is not running out of teepee.
That's a good thing to not worry about.
I thought I'd get a laugh out of that, but well, there it is. There's something. What do you
Um,
do for a living? Two crows?
I'm like an advocate for people with various developmental disabilities, a DSP.
Well,
Yeah, I like it.
are you taking applications?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If you want to try, come on. Mhm.
If I want to try, come on. What does that mean? What does that sound like? You're like you're asking me to a dance or something like the junior prom. I don't want to try. I want to get the job. And if I don't get the job, I want to be one of the people that gets taken care of. What's it pay?
It pays okay. You get some vacation time and some
Yeah.
raises here and there. Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to get too many raises or they'll fucking take you off the. Get it? Yeah. I thought I'd get a laugh out of that too. You know what I mean by raise? Yeah. I
I
haven't
mean,
had a. I haven't touched a woman in over 45 years.
whoa.
And I'm 41. So there was part of another lifetime that I had where I wasn't getting any tail feather.
What do you
Is
think
that
that was? What do you think that was?
well, because I don't wear deodorant, and I, look how I comb my hair. There's nothing to bark at the moon about. And I just don't know how to talk to people. I mean, I really don't. I mean, right now, some people might not think this is going very well, but this is the best I do. I'm able to articulate certain things. And
Have you ever
don't you
thought?
think, here's what I want to try one of my jokes on you.
Please, please.
Don't you think high heel is a little too Nazi-ish? I had to think about whether I was going to say it or not. Just saying Nazi is like you kind of open up the door and let people in, and they're just going to scrub on the floor a bit,
I thought that was good. I thought that was a good one. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And what else you got going on?
Not much, man. Just waiting for the summertime so I can
How
go
do you know
swim.
I'm a man? Don't I sound like I could? I sound like I could be a woman, don't I?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
mean,
you do, but I didn't want to assume.
well, you did assume. You assumed I'm a man.
I guess I did.
I guess I
Well,
didn't.
well,
Well,
well, cool.
you got any other questions for me? What the hell? Let's get this thing cooking.
Yeah, so what kind of issues did you have with Harland as your cousin growing
It's a
up?
good question. I didn't really see him a lot, and then he got famous, so that I was like, oh, let's, jump on this train. Not to be too transparent, but
Yeah.
I wanted to jump on that train. So I said, hey, let me open for you. I'm your cousin. What would be better than having the Harland cousins on a show? And he said, well, I've kind of earned what I'm doing, and you're just kind of some dude who eats peaches all the time. When I don't eat peaches all the time, I eat peaches like a lot of the time, but then there's times where I don't eat peaches. And then he had a problem with my breath. Some people get jealous of my breath because it smells like cherry. We said, you like the cherry cough drops. And
Just
it's,
smells like it all the time.
yeah, because I'm always eating cherry cough drops.
Whoa.
That's why it smells like that. I thought I'd get another laugh off that. You see, it's not easy doing this.
I'm kind of concerned if you're eating cough drops all the time.
Well, I suck on them. I don't eat them. I mean, I consume them, but I don't.
Seems like
What's your
chewing.
favorite? What do you think is the biggest problem holding America back?
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know, man. I think religion could be one of them. That's a hot take.
What's a hot cake?
It's for eating.
See, you're trying to come up with something. I'm trying to do the punchlines, and then you're trying to do the punchlines, and then it's almost like there's too many punchlines.
That's true. We have to find a balance for me as a co-host for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'll try to find that.
Well, try to find your socks too, because I could tell you're not wearing socks.
Whoa. How do you know that?
Yeah,
How can you tell?
because I just I don't know. How could I tell? I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know. I don't just. Am I right or am I wrong?
you're right. Yeah.
Oh shit! I wanted to be wrong because my backup joke was your wife.
Um, we could do it again if you'd
What
like.
about your wife? You got a wife?
I don't have a wife. I do not.
Why? Why don't you have a wife?
I don't know. It's just I'm just not I'm not mature enough. I think
How mature are you?
not very.
Okay, well, you don't have to be so aggressive about it.
It's kind of a sensitive thing for me. I apologize.
Tell me more about being Native American Indian. I mean, it's not like I'm not putting on the spotlight to say that you're some crazy different thing, but you know, you guys were here before everybody else, and then they took the fucking land from you. I mean, how do you feel about that? If you want to get into that,
Seems like I don't know. Something we should never repeat, and we should always be on our toes to not repeat something like that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I got two COVID checks when COVID happened because I was Native American. So there's something
How much were they?
about $100.
$100 each. That's all they give you. $100.
Yeah,
What kind of food? I mean, do you eat Native American food?
I don't really.
What is it?
Like, what are some good Native American foods?
I don't know if they're good or not. Like, what's some of the good ones and what's some of the bad ones?
I mean, you have fry bread, which is good, butter and powdered sugar and honey. But then you have like acorn soup, which is not particularly too good.
I would imagine it's very bitter.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not for me. Yeah,
Have you ever been to a Native American ceremony?
I think we're having one right now.
I think we are too. I love that.
No, you didn't invite me. I mean, we just met on Craigslist, so I understand it's going to take some time to warm you up and be able to go to one of these ceremonies, but I probably don't have the right outfit. What do you have to wear?
I mean, you can wear pretty much anything you want. It doesn't have to be something crazy, but if you want full on regalia, I'm sure we can find something for you too.
What do you sound like you're working at Ross, like you're just going to go around the store and pick things out? What do you mean? Do you have like an outlet store, a Native American Indian outlet store? And why don't they
Yeah.
have those?
Why don't they have those? That'd be
Oh,
amazing. That'd be super cool. It's just lots of ribbons and beads.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
like nightclub. That's what
right.
they wear, ribbons and beads, you know, at some of these nightclubs. You ever been to a nightclub?
I have. I
Well,
have.
tell me about that.
I mean, I'm not much for nightclubs. It's too peoply in there, but if you want a good drink, it's somewhere to people watch, if you will.
Yeah, you seem like a people watcher. You seem like you just kind of lean against the wall and kind of take it all in. Does that speak to your shy sensibilities?
A little bit, a little bit. I think I'm, kind of quiet and stoic, if I may.
Oh,
But
why do you think you're so stoic?
I don't know.
What
I
did
think
you see as a child? Did you see something?
I think whatever I saw, I blocked it out, and I just don't want to talk to
Well, how do
people.
you know you blocked it out if you saw it? You didn't see it. Do you see you saw it and then you didn't see it, or then you blocked it out? What happened first?
I think I remembered of something that I saw, but I don't know, so I blocked it out, and
Okay,
only
so
have yeah,
later on you blocked it out.
yeah. Now I only have a memory of remembering that I had that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, sometimes you don't make any sense. I mean, are you speaking Native American right now? Maybe I don't understand.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you speak Native American?
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
There's a couple words here and there, but
Let's hear them.
like achak anach, afap
No,
cheddar.
no, thank you. I'm straight. Do it
Yeah, a
again.
little.
We'll get a clean one. Do it again.
Okay. There's achak anach.
Well, first I gotta say, hey, do you have any Native American phrases you want to do right now?
There's a couple that I remember. Yeah.
Let's hear one.
First one is achak anach.
No thanks, I'm straight. That'll
Okay.
be a good clip. You know, my cousin Harland, he's always talking about like, oh, and you know, you you know, it's impossible to throw a garbage can away. Well, no, it's not. But you got to cut it up. You know, you got to cut the thing up into fragments, and then you got to put them in separate garbage cans, other garbage cans, the plastic ones, but it can be done. He
If you
acts
cut
like
it,
it can't be done, like it's impossible to throw. It's not impossible. Is it impossible to skip down the road, listening to jazz music, giving yourself a rub on the back at the same time as you're kind of skipping around down the neighborhood?
it's not impossible. No. Is that something you do often?
That sounds like a put down.
It's just a question, but
I do a lot of things often. I eat peaches almost every day.
that's
If
awesome.
I don't have them, I don't eat them, but otherwise I'll eat them.
I think it goes without saying if you don't have them, you don't eat them.
I miss my cousin Harland.
Yeah.
I want to ride his coattails.
What needs to happen for that to be a
He needs
thing?
well, he needs to get his coattails near me so I can jump on them,
Mm.
ride them.
Like his literal coattails?
I don't know, whatever he's got. I'm sure he's got coattails somewhere in the closet.
How often do you guys talk?
But we don't talk anymore because we did a couple podcasts together. I had him on the podcast and he had me on the podcast, sort of a joint effort. But, you know, we went back and forth. He's attacking me. I'm attacking him. I thought it made great podcast. But what really was happening was it sort of dividing us, but I wasn't aware of it.
Whoa.
And so now I'm on my own. I haven't talked to him in over, I don't know, it's been a couple months.
Wow. Have you considered
Yeah.
family therapy?
I consider a lot of things. I consider just getting a plastic surgery just so he, doesn't recognize me and I could kind of befriend him. I could be, hey, I'm Phil Tindry. And I can pretend I don't know. I haven't worked it out, but
That could work.
yeah, I
That
don't know. I'm willing to try. I mean, this podcast doesn't seem to be doing as well as the one with Harlan, but maybe if we keep working it out and work the kinks out, we'll get somewhere. But nothing replaces a couple of cousins.
that's true.
And the only thing you could do is really go deep into the history of this country. Which, when you say country, you have to say place of circumstance. This is where it started. You Native American Indian, you're the real deal. And you're not messing around and you're not taking names and you're not writing things down you're not doing any of those things.
I
You
never
seem to
write.
be doing okay. You laughed a bunch of times and I'm not really as funny as my cousin Harland, but I think I do a pretty good job. I kind of sound like him, but I just kind of talk like Harland Williams. I kind of say, if you want to do a Harland Williams impression, you got to kind of be a cousin. Because you got to be kind of, it sounds like I'm congested, but I'm not. It's just part of it's kind of like how the head works and our neck works. It just kind of sounds like we're kind of stuffed up, but we're not. We're just
So,
Williams.
so you're not doing an impression of your cousin right now. It's just how you are, who you are.
This is how I am. If you want to really cut it down to the nuts and bolts, you'll realize that he's doing an impression of me. I mean, look
Whoa.
at look at me, for God's sakes. Do I look like my cousin? I look like just like him, but I'm not. I'm not him.
Do you think he's kind of stealing your flow?
I think he stole everything from me. He stole my innocence. I was starting to do a podcast with my cousin Harland Williams. And then what happens? He kind of takes off and goes on a ship. And next thing you know, he's in Barbados getting open heart fucking. I don't know. I don't know what he does in Barbados. I can only speculate, but I'm sure he's just probably crafting an impression of me so he could continue. I want back pay, really. I'm not upset, but I want to be kind of compensated.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
you
What?
just saying that? It kind of sounded like you just said that, but you didn't mean it.
I'm truly not indifferent. Like, I think that's crazy.
Give me another Native American word.
Hamatakwiyase.
No thanks, I'm straight.
Okay.
That's a clip right there. That'll be a
That's
clip. You got to think of shows in terms of clips, because, when I go like this, that's a classic Williams move. Oh boy, I can't believe you said that, or what happened? I didn't get it, but
yeah.
that's a clip. I mean, just one batting your eyelashes the right way could be a clip.
Wow.
The Clippers could be a clip. You ever play basketball?
Not really.
A pair of clippers could be a clip. You cut the back of your hair off. Who cares?
It's true.
So what are you going to do? When are you going to get into a swimming pool and enjoy yourself?
I'm gonna jump in a river sometime here, probably within the month or so. I don't like to swim in the pools,
You like to go in the river, huh?
Jump in a river, lake, yeah.
Is,
Yeah.
do you look at swimming pools as the white man?
I do. It's pretty
Is
it's
that
pretty
true?
it's culturally their thing, I don't really want to step on that too much.
But I'm sure Native Americans have dug holes before and put water in them, no?
Right, but it's not too sterile. It's not too
What are you?
sterile.
What are you? What are you? A surgeon? What do you need sterile for? Get in there and get out. The water will wash it off.
That's true. That's very metaphorically true too.
Yeah, so's your wife.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. When he wrote that joke, did you know it's impossible to throw a garbage can away? When he wrote that joke, they had metal garbage cans. So it was impossible, now that I think about it. It
Whoa.
was virtually impossible because you're not going to throw away the garbage can, and you're not up early enough to tell the garbage man not to throw away your garbage can. You don't have to. He's just doing it on his own.
That's true. How did they know to not throw the garbage can in their truck?
That's what I'm saying, because it's a garbage can. Back then, you use the garbage can. They throw the stuff away from the garbage. You put all the trash in the garbage can. You know how that works. And then they dump the garbage can stuff into the back of one of those trucks, garbage trucks, and then they leave the garbage can. So the next time you want to put trash into the garbage can, you could just do that because they didn't throw it away.
That's true.
What do
That's
you mean
super
that's
interesting.
true? What are you talking about? You're not making any sense. You
I
want to
mean,
jump in a river? You're not going to jump in a pool? Is it cultural appropriation? I don't even know what that means, but it seems like some of that's happening.
there's a little bit of that sprinkled around. Yeah,
Yeah, sprinkled around like a donut on your wife's face.
that's true. How
You
do you
say
know that?
that's true. What are you, Andy? You're not Andy Richter. You're Andy Constrictor.
Wow.
Two crows. Well, I guess we better wrap it up. I mean, I don't think it's going to get any better, and I don't think all I could. And you're just happy it's over. I could just tell that laugh. You're
I'm
just,
just
oh, I
happy to be
can't
here.
wait to be done with this fucking guy. Oh, now we're really cooking. Maybe we should keep going for another 15.
yeah,
But
yeah. No, I,
Harland Williams, don't you? Just my cousin.
I do. He's a funny guy. Pretty
He's a
funny guy.
funny guy, and he thinks it's impossible to throw a I don't think he still thinks that, because those plastic garbage cans. I mean, they know not to throw those away.
Right.
So I would say it's impossible to throw a plastic garbage can away to make it more. If you're gonna make that joke up to date, did you
It
know
seems
it's
like
impossible to throw a plastic garbage can away?
sometimes you have to update your jokes, I feel like.
Well, sometimes you need to update your wife.
Whoa.
You say "whoa" a lot. What are you?
I,
Were you in a skateboarding movie or something?
yeah. I was in a skateboarding movie. I was in a couple. Ninja Skateboard 1 and 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, we better wrap it up. We're past the 30. It's just we thought we were gonna do good, but sometimes you got to work the kinks out.
That's right. I
You
think
just
this is my first interview as well, so
of all time, you've never done an interview before.
of all time.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's my reaction to that.
Did it I wanted to ask you, did it take a while for you to kind of perfect that famous eyebrow thing you
I'm not
got?
perfecting anything. It's genetic. It's in my brain. I'm the
Um,
same as Harland, except he's got money and a career, and I drive for gift.
damn.
Gift. I just told you, gifts that it's like Lyft, except we drive to you and we give you a gift.
Can you tell me another crazy delivery you had with gift?
Oh yeah, one time I had to drive to the tippy top of the hill up in DeVry. You know DeVry, the college for people that aren't as quick as other people. I went up there and I had to get up there and somebody wanted a Santa suit, but we didn't have the right size for the guy, so we just kind of cut it apart just to kind of how they said all the continents kind of spread out over time. That's kind of how we did the suit. We cut the arms a little bit. We put the legs that cut those a little bit, and then just kind of stretch it over the guy. And that was pretty crazy. That's above and beyond what I was supposed to do for them. They kind of asked me to do that just to save the deal, but it's not on my pay scale.
Was it even Christmas time?
Was it even Christmas time? Yeah, it was actually. It was Christmas time. Who's gonna order a Santa suit in August? Wait, are you that out of touch with American culture? I mean, is that the is that do you make a point not to know anything about America as a Native American Indian? I mean, what the god hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. It's kind of it's the whole side of things I never really looked at.
Yeah, a
Christmas
side of
Eve.
things. You got a side of bacon, a side of sausage, a side of toast, side of your wife.
Well,
Sir,
it's like,
sir, could you please put the Christmas suit back inside the caravan, sir? Oh, all right, I guess this is the end of it. It's just, it's funny. I've never done a podcast where it's felt like it ended so many times in a row. It's like, here you're laughing, you're trying to play along. You don't really, your first podcast you've ever done, first interview you've ever done, and you're just wildly unprepared, and you don't even know about Christmas when it is, not in August.
I just don't know much about Christmas. I didn't know that would be that big of a deal, but I can look into it if you want.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. But I do know. Okay, so you don't know that song?
No, that's pretty good. I was just taking it in.
I bet you were. Taking it all the way in. I know your type.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want a mounds and sometimes you want the other one. What's the other one?
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Keep going.
Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Yeah, you also have nuts.
How do you know?
Well,
You don't know that.
I could tell by your eyeballs. You could look at someone's eyeballs. If you have eyeballs, you have nuts.
Is that true?
I don't know, but man, this should be over by now.
I mean, I think it's pretty funny. Well, we can totally end though.
It's hard for you to really figure out what this means or how it works or anything like that because it's your first interview. You don't know what you're doing.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first interview I've done since Harland and I stopped talking.
And how would you rate this first interview after Harland?
A 0.
Out of what?
Out of 0. Because we're gonna do it again. We're taping it again. We're not gonna go out with this one.
Yeah. There's.
You keep leaning down. You keep leaning down when you laugh. Is that just an opportunity for you to eat another cookie or something? What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can laugh right in the camera,
Why
or I can.
can't you go swim in a lake either? Why do you have to go in a river?
It
Don't
can
you
be a
get in the
lake.
way of all the salmon that want to get by you?
It can be a lake or a river or any body of water that body of water, whatever.
Well, I think we should just end on that,
Yeah,
It's really good to know you. It's nice knowing you. I'm so glad I got the first. It was so great to see you in Trader Joe's. That I saw you. So your
thanks, man.
ad, your missed connections ad, and then your jelly photos, and I thought you'd be perfect for the show. And you really proved me wrong.
Oh, that's super unfortunate. I'm so
Any
sorry.
last words? Any last words?
Yeah, keep on rocking in the free world.